What up, guys? Lord Bankz FX with your weekly analysis. Let's jump into it. We're looking at GJ here. We're going to go ahead and start with the monthly. You know, I like to do top-down analysis, clean charts. So right away, what I want to pay attention to is on the month, this cap out right here. You see this level of resistance. We did have it spike up, but I mean, it held pretty firm right there. What I want to pay attention to is this area being the previous month high. And right there. What is the low? Was 149,233. Just to see the range that we're in, right? The high for last month was 158,222. Go ahead and adjust this. 158,222. Great. So just looking at this right here, I mean, we can see that there's an obvious bullish trend. And we have this area here where since January of 2018, it didn't want to break through, but it's obviously breaking through at this point. We had a retracement for a few months, and then this one solid month kind of engulfed all of these. So we could just be pulling back to find some support, creating a bottom wick before heading up. This seems to be a really strong level of resistance. So we just want to keep in mind where the price has been, right? Let's look at the weekly. So last week, you can see last week was really crap. I mean, look at the size of the volume on the candle. Very small. There was wick to the upside, wick to the downside. But when you have candles like this, this is a sign of exhaustion, price exhaustion. Been moving to the downside. There's indecision. It did close bearish, but the thing is that the size, the body of this candle right here is so small that it doesn't really give me clear direction, right? I'm gonna be really interested to see how this week candle forms, because if it becomes, you know, a bullish engulfing, then this could easily just have been a push up, a pullback, found support, and then a continuation. We already see here that each top has been broken. Even at this point, this top has been broken with heavy wicks to the upside. So there could be a potential for this to continue to the upside. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, if we start breaking below here, you know, we may just completely collapse. But let me go ahead and add a couple of things here. I want to look at the low, which was 15238.0. 15238.0 there, and that was previous week low. And here the high is 153.750. So you have month, week. Now let's look at the daily. You want to keep these price points in mind because that essentially will tell you that we're breaking market structure. We're going into price area that we haven't been in the previous week, the previous month, etc. So let's look at the daily. So we had consolidation, breakout to the downside. This is why I sold, because we were breaking to the downside. I sold, putting my stops above here, moving to the downside, and it did go almost into hit our take profit one for my learn and earn group, but it was like 3 pips away, and then it retraced, and I ended up getting out Friday because I didn't want to keep holding over the weekend. I don't like to hold trades over the weekend. So right here on the daily, really I'm looking, I see this previous day candle here that completely is engulfing this candle, right? So it's pushing back up into this zone. But this could be an easy break and retest if it's not breaking further up into this, right? I do see the wick here establishing this high is a higher high, right? So we could be moving to the upside, but the thing is, we can't make that assumption right now because it's too early. It's Sunday right now. The first thing we got to do, we got to let the market open up, start moving and grooving so we can kind of see what's happening, right? I want to see candles closing above here to then make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to buy this thing and head to the upside. Okay. Right now, my bias is still to the downside, but to be honest, like, unless I see break of market structure above 153 closing, I'm going to look to continue to sell because the direction we're going is down. And, you know, I don't mind selling it down here to the previous month low. At this point, then I would read price action and then take action at that point. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour. Look at this. I mean, this is really basically a bunch of consolidation. See? And there's little opportunities here and there that we caught, you know, but that's what makes the market choppy. And sometimes when you're trading this type of market, people often end up losing more in this type of market because they have what's called, they start seeing things on the chart because they want something to happen, and you have to wait for the market to play its hand, you know. Jumping into this, it's very undecisive, you know. You don't want to get into this, but you can see here clearly kind of like there's a bottom here, right? All these wicks rejecting up, and then breaking, respecting, pushing down. So it'd be interesting to see how this is gonna respond here. If we have, you know, a nice large bearish candle, then I don't mind taking this and selling it to the downside. If we start breaking up into this area and closing above, then I'm gonna hold off to see how this whole range will end up playing out. Because the thing is if we're gonna break this range up here, then we can head up way up here, right? So we just got to be patient and read price. You know, our job is not to predict price. Our job is to react to price. So once we see price going one way or the other, then we can make a decision. Right now, it's too early to tell. I mean, right now, China is barely waking up, Asian session, and then you have London coming up here in maybe like, what, 8 hours or so? Anyways, like, usually when London opens, you're gonna have a push up for the pound, right? So I don't want to jump into this too early as a sell, and then London come and push me up into drawdown. You know, because it's Monday, not a lot of volume. We want to be patient, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Forex Factory. Let's look at what the news has for us this week. So we have news Monday at 7:30. Tuesday news, we have USD news at 7:30 a.m., 8:15, and 11 a.m. This is just going to affect our New York session and the USD currency, which GBP JPY is still affected by, right? And we have GBP here. I only filter for red and orange folders. Those are the ones that I pay attention to. But it looks like not much news on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday for New York session. Wednesday, we have some GBP news going into USD news throughout the day. Then Thursday, we have some news. And Friday, we have some news. So we want to be patient and make good high probability trades, good setups. Right now, like I said, I want to see how this candle is going to close here. It's going to close below, above, wait for more volume to hit the market. I'll probably look at it during London and see if there's any kind of setup. If there is, then I'll send it out. If not, you know, we'll be patient. We'll be patient. Let's go ahead and look at gold. Gold last week, man, was a really nice setup. We were waiting for it to break here to then get into a trade to go bullish. And this thing just completely flew and broke it and just kept flying. And the thing is that this trade happened, this executed whenever I was in GJ. So I'm not going to be in two trades at once unless I'm risk free or the probability is like way in my favor, right? So the thing is that this is actually still valid. But what I want to see now is I want to see some kind of retrace to a level of support here. Maybe like this area here that's highlighted, right? See price come back down into this area. And then read price action for a potential bounce up to the next zone. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Obviously, if it breaks back into this zone, then we may come lower. But I have a feeling this thing is it might find some support right above this and then continue. Just based off of the volume that we've been seeing lately. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. I mean, this is the same thing. I don't want to do top down on this because it's already marked up and it's still valid. It's still the same setup. I'm not going to change anything. I would just be redrawing the same setup for you guys. And I'll go ahead and do some analysis here on another pair. AUD USD. I like this one because of this pattern formation here. Hopefully you guys see it right away. You know, you have this channel right here. You have a low, higher low, higher low, high, higher high. So you can really expect this thing to push up. I mean, if the pattern is to continue, you're going to look for a push to the upside, creating a new high from here. Right? So this one can be a freebie for you guys. You know, you could even get in right now. Put your stops below here. It's about a 67, 65 pip stop. It should meet the last high here. And this is on the daily though, so this would be like a swing. And that's right there at three risk reward. Risking about 67 pips for 205. And ideally you should not be going lower than this previous low. So, you know, you could put your stops below there. That can be a freebie for you guys. And I'll send it out to the to the group as well. Let's see, Aud Nzd. This one is very similar as well. Look at this, right? You got to push up, pull back, this pull back, push down. Finding more support here. Well, this is going to be like a wedge. I would wait on this because look at this. I mean, yeah, this is a higher low, but so is this, and then it broke market structure. So you want to wait on this. I wouldn't even mess with that. Euro JPY. This was a freebie I called out last week. It went up about 50 pips in profit before it came back down. It's testing right now this key level, right? You see this key level? This key level here is where you constantly see price being respected or changed. Broke up through here. It's back at that level here. So unless I see some nice bullish, direction and pressure pushing up, like engulfing these candles or something, this may continue to free fall. But I pay attention to this area because it has reacted to price in the past, right? So, and it's creating this bullish flag pattern, right? So this could be the retrace before it goes higher. But you would want more confirmation for that. You need bullish pressure. You need bullish movement, right? To do that. But that was one I called last week. So for now, we have, this was a freebie, AUD USD. Looks like it's going to be bullish for a little bit. Obviously, you want to put some take profit levels in here. This is a swing setup. I mean, this would probably play over, maybe a week or two or something like that. But just to give you an idea, high level overview. Gold, like I said, we're looking for a pullback, catching some support, and then potentially moving up higher. GJ looks like there's a little bit of bullish pressure right now. We're at a very key level where it could be retesting to continue down lower or breaking back up into the consolidation zone. So we're going to wait and see what the London session tells us, see where volume is headed. Then we can make our decision on where we're going to be jumping in. But anyways, guys, I hope this breakdown video, this weekly analysis has been helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions or any other specific pairs you guys want me to look at, please jump in the comments, leave whatever pair. I'll do it for the next week. Jump into the Discord. I'm available as much as possible to try to, help you guys out. But other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Let's have a phenomenal week. Peace.